Hey, Alex here with eXp Realty. I sell houses here in the Sacramento area, and this is your weekly market update for August the 14th. Let's jump in and take a look. So this data is always 30 days behind when we're looking at the trend graphics, but it's trends. We're looking for trends. And as we move into the fall, it's second week in August. Can't believe that holidays are going to be here before we know it. But we see inventories have popped up and we see that pending sales have leveled off. We still have good sales, sold properties, but we do have more listings coming on the market than we have sales. So it's causing inventories to go up. And we see this reflective of the price per square foot. It's leveled off. It's gone down a little bit since the midsummer because we just have fewer buyers in the market. And one of the biggest reasons for that is the kids are going back to school and Little League Baseball. Believe it or not, Little League Baseball is the number one indicator for the home buying market season of the summer season of that ending because people go to Little League games and they have their coaches and they got practice and all of that. I did that with soccer and high school mountain biking, and I remember what it was from a realtor side to add all the extra obligation in there. The other half of the average price to square foot equation that can't be ignored is that a lot of homeowners are getting more realistic about how they're listing their property. I had an offer accepted on a property that I really thought was listed $20,000 below market. My comp supported it. My buyers walked in and said, "Wow, I can't believe it's listed at this price." We went in and made what I considered was a full price offer, and it got accepted. So positioning your property at that bottom third of the market when you list it is one of the better approaches to getting your house sold quickly in this market. Now, I have a seller up in Auburn that asked me to do a granular breakdown of the Auburn market. This data is pulled from this week, August 12th, and we go in and we give the granular details of what's going on in that market for single family, and we go in and we give it a score. That way, you can look at the market from a current data perspective and focus just on, in this case, this is all of Auburn. But if you say you were just in Sun City, Lincoln Hills, and you just wanted to see Sun City, Lincoln Hills data, we could go in and do that analysis for you. It's not a CMA, it's a market report for the entire health of that market. So as you know, I'm the big land and ranch guy. I'm certified to do land and ranch property listings and purchases. And I have a client in the market right now that was really interested in putting a solar farm on a large acreage property. And it's a trend right now with large acreage properties to go in instead of farming crops, you farm the energy from the sun through putting in a solar farm. And so I've gone into this blog post, done some research, and got into what that means, what the pitfalls are, and what the potential return is. If you're interested in this, maybe just curious about solar farms replacing crops, seems like an odd concept. Go and check this out. My TikTok channel, believe it or not, I'm blowing up on TikTok. I never thought I would say that, but I am. And interesting, I've been posting videos about Assume List on here where you can go in and assume existing financing. One of my videos over here, I think I'm up to like 10,000 views on it. And what it told me is that people are really looking for alternative value in the market. Instead of just going and saying, I want to buy the best house at the lowest price, Assume List has come along and said, look, let's set that aside and let's look at, can we buy a house at a sub 3% rate? And what does that look like? So I posted that video. Like I said, I got like 10,000 views on it, which for me is quite a bit. And I did this follow-up video because one of the biggest questions was the cash gap. What is the cash gap? The difference between the list price and what's owed on the property. So I'll put a link to this video in my newsletter and in the description below. And then in addition to that, you can check out my other content. It's kind of crazy. I post the same content on 5 different social media platforms, and the one I'm getting the most traction on is TikTok. And I just find that kind of curious. I'm like, how can that be? Well, I don't know. I don't know how they're doing this. Maybe it's a bait and switch where they're gonna charge me big fees later. I don't know, but I appreciate my message getting out, and I'm helping people. I've picked up about a dozen clients from my Assume List videos that are out there looking in the market. So thank you for checking out my content on TikTok. So my featured property, I did a walkthrough of 1593 Diamond Woods Circle. It's over in West Roseville. It's built in the early 2000s. It's a 3,000 square foot single story on a corner lot. This is a great property. It is ready to occupy right now. And I did a video walkthrough, and I want you to go look at it because I think it's a cool layout. It's a great room design for the kitchen family room. It has a separate living room, separate dining room, kind of a little mother-in-law quarters before we really were designing those into homes. So it's a little bit ahead of its time. And it's a 4/5 bedroom. There's a rec area, craft room area that could be a bedroom. And it's on a smaller lot, so it's not a lot of maintenance. The house is in great shape. Go check it out. Watch the video. Same videos on all my platforms. I'm featuring it here on Facebook. That's what I have for you this week for my market update. Again, Assume List, it's a great program. If you're in the market to purchase a home, check that out. If you have an FHA or VA loan on your house right now, we're marketing that because those are assumable. So FHA, VA homeowners out there, you can add value to your property by putting it out there that it is assumable. Contact me for more details. Obviously, I know the program, how it works. We have lenders for the cash gap. We have title companies up to speed on how it all works. So reach out to me. So if you're interested in buying or selling a home, as always, reach out to me. I do several home evaluations throughout the week. I always like to go to the home, tour the home, understand kind of what the condition is, make some recommendations because a lot of people are saying, hey, I'm going to sell in 6 months. What do I need to do between now and then? And I look at a home completely different than somebody who's lived there for 20 years. I look at it from a market perspective and what I need to do to get that home sold at the highest amount at the shortest period of time. That's what everyone looks for, and that's what I focus on. From the buyer side, I say it every week. I start you off with financing. Let's sit down, understand what that payment's going to be before we get you out there looking at homes that maybe aren't in your market. That's where I start. So I appreciate you guys staying till the end here. And as always, if you know anyone looking to buy or sell a home, I always love those referrals. All right, I'll catch you next week.